Freddy Krueger. It's the last day, man.
It is the last day.
We only got a couple hours left.
Unfortunately so, yeah. The Scarefest kind of kicks off the last week of the Halloween season.
Yeah.
So
now it's time to say goodbye to all the family. M-I-C, see you real soon. K-E-Y, why? Because we love Scarefest, that's why.
we've made a lot of good friends and fans throughout all the years. Always appreciate what Scarefest brings to the community and the fans.
Dude, it's family. Scarefest is family, you know?
Yep.
Whether it's the guests or the staff that help run it, the behind the scenes stuff, the entertainers, it's all family. Liz, it's Sunday. We're almost done with Scarefest. I know, it's ended too quickly.
Yes, it did.
You've been coming to Scarefest forever.
Yes.
This year, what was probably like the biggest highlight?
The excitement of everyone returning after a whole 2 years not being able to come.
Yeah.
It was just fantastic, and the family togetherness of Scarefest was just amazing, and it's so exciting to see them.
Awesome, awesome. I feel the same way. Seeing everybody after 2 years, it's just been amazing.
Yes,
amazing.
absolutely,
Amazing.
absolutely. It's been great,
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Can't wait. I'm so glad we're back.
So good. We're back, baby.
Yes.
We're back. Eric Puckett Designs. We've reached our last day here at Scarefest. A couple hours left.
Yep.
It's been an amazing time.
It's been a great show.
Great show.
It really has.
Great show. For this year, what was your big highlight, man? What was like the thing that just told you it was Scarefest again?
Just seeing everybody, seeing the Scarefest family, everybody being back together, people being out, people in the crowd. So just everything, really.
Yeah.
Just the environment.
Yeah. Because you've been with Scarefest a long time, dude. As long as I have.
Yeah.
Maybe longer. I mean, you're in what, almost the double digits?
Getting close.
Yeah. So, Eric Puckett Designs, amazing artist. Scarefest every year. We'll see you next year, man.
Absolutely.
Hey. Chad with Scarefest, man. Chad, you know, I don't even know what your official job title is. Is it just like gopher, go for this, go for that?
Actually, yes, it is.
It is, all right. Chad, the gopher for Scarefest. We're hitting those last couple hours, man. What was the big highlight for this year for you?
The biggest highlight for me, I think, was there was actually two. Ty was there was a gentleman in the line yesterday that told me and Brandon that this was the smoothest ran con that he's been to all year. He said he's been to a lot of horror cons across the country this year alone, and this is the best.
Yeah.
The other big highlight was yesterday. Someone was checking in, and I was telling them about all the celebrity guests and all the vendors, and they just got giddy like I just given them a Christmas gift.
Right.
And it was amazing. It just the excitement from him got me more excited, and now I've just been at it.
Yeah. And that's truthfully why the majority of us do this, dude. Seeing that happiness on other people's faces and that joy, it's like, man, I caused that in a sense, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
You caused me tremendous amounts of
I did. I love Chad. We're buddies.
I love you.
It's been an amazing year, man. I'll see you next year. All right, Peacock with the Western Kentucky Ghostbusters. You were just telling me that the kid that won the costume contest came over to the booth?
So it's a little Ghostbuster. Had a great looking outfit. Had the old Ghostbusters 2 slime blower toy.
Yeah.
But he came over to our booth to show us his trophy, to brag about how good he did. And he looked so adorable. He was so proud. We gave him one of our franchise patches.
Sweet.
Which, if you know anything about the Ghostbuster franchises, those are not easy to get.
Yeah.
You either got to be a member of the team or be a member of another team, and sometimes we swap patches.
Cool.
But we don't sell them. We don't give them out to people. But he earned it, man. He was working for it. He earned it.
You did earn it. You did earn it. And what was your big highlight this year for Scarefest? Oh, I'm in his way. What was your big highlight this year for being back after 2 years?
I mean, first of all, just being back.
Yeah.
The new convention hall is fantastic. I love
it
it.
is.
We saw how giant things can be at Lexington Comic Con, where it's like every square inch is booked.
Yeah.
Scarefest, I always say Scarefest is smaller, but I mean that as a compliment.
Yeah.
It's a more intimate convention. It's a more focused sort of fandom. So like if you're a fan of horror stuff, there's stuff here for you everywhere.
Yeah.
It is. My wallet is very sore this weekend because every other booth is like, I need that. Where has that been my whole life? It's just awesome. And the people you see a lot of the same people, so it's like family. Like Calypso Clown is family. There's a Ghostbuster patch on here somewhere.
Yeah, I think you got it right, man. I tell you, I've interviewed a couple people now, and the big thing I keep hearing is family.
Yeah.
Family. It's not like any other con.
When I say it's a smaller con, I mean that as a compliment. I'm not trying to put them down. Like, I love the fact that it's a more intimate feel. You get to know your booth mates. You get to know the people you're with. Like you said, their first lap around, it's like, oh, they're here. Oh, they're here. It's like a family reunion every year.
Yeah, I can't count how many hugs I got on Friday. Yeah. Well, thanks for your time, man.
Problem,
we'll see you at the next Scarefest, dude.
We'll be there.
Yeah. So, ran into Dina with Scarefest. Now, you've been with Scarefest a long time, right?
I have.
Are you hitting the double digits yet with it?
Not yet.
Not yet. So you're like at that 8-9 years?
No, not quite that much.
Okay, so 7-6.
6-5.
So you're about where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah. And so what do you do here at Scarefest? What's your?
I do absolutely everything. This year I am over media check-in though.
Media check-in.
But I do everything. Put out fires, run for this, run for that. It's amazing.
You're kind of like Chad. You're a gopher. Go for this, go for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. So we missed last year with COVID, and it sucked really missing everybody in that.
Yes.
But we're back this year.
Absolutely.
What is like the one thing that you can say this year that just it hit you? Scarefest, we're back. That big highlight for the year for you.
This year is our resurrection year, and it's been amazing. The crowd. It's been amazing all weekend, and we love you fans. We want you back every year, and we are coming back stronger and better every time.
Yeah, that's the two things that I've heard a lot is the crowds and then just the family.
Yes,
it's family.
The family.
That's I see.
We are all family.
We are family. Well, thank you, love. I look so forward to seeing you again.
Absolutely.
Next year with Scarefest.
Absolutely. Number 14 next year.
Return of the Cannon.
That's right. Yes, he's got to have his cannon.
Gotta have cannon next year. Oh, so many people asking me, where's the cannon?
Because we know you with the cannon.
Yeah, the cannon's as iconic as I am, I guess.
But we do like the skeleton.
Yeah,
but the
skeleton, the cannon is the seller. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. Well, thank you, love.
Thank you.
Sabrina, you've been working with Calypso here now, your second year at Scarefest.
Yep.
And it's been 2 years since we've been back. What's been the big highlight this year that you were like, wow, we're definitely back for Scarefest?
Working the line yesterday.
Yeah,
the interaction with the crowd, all those fun faces, seeing people we remembered us, we remember them.
Yeah.
Just the goofing off.
Yeah, that line was massive. It was like 3 blocks long.
I think we were out there for like 2 hours dancing and playing around.
Yeah. While people were waiting, we were dancing, and it took about an hour for the line to get through, but it kept moving. It never really stopped. And entertaining everybody out there. I think that really helped.
That really, it was awesome.
Yeah. Well, thanks for participating with Scarefest, and we're going to see you next year, right?
Yep.
All right. CW, we're hitting the last couple hours of Scarefest here. You've been a photographer with Scarefest for how many years now?
Would have been 9 years, but because of last year,
COVID,
obviously, we lost one. So.
Yeah, that skip year kind of throws you off because you want to say last year, but it wasn't last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, what's like something this year that like really caught you and said we're back? What was the big highlight this year for you?
The kids.
That costume contest.
Yep.
Dude, man, some of those costumes were sick.
They just blew me away.
Yeah.
I mean, so much better than yours.
Yeah. They're really getting into it, man. Definitely. Well, appreciate your time, man. We're gonna see you next year, yeah?
Oh, obviously.
All right.
Obviously.
All right. All right. How you doing, love? Wolf Run, right?
Right.
And you guys have been coming to Scarefest a long time now.
We have.
Are you in the double digits yet?
No, not yet. But
so about 8 years?
We're working. We're working towards it, yes.
Yeah. After being back to Scarefest and that, what was your big highlight for this year? That thing that said we're back.
Honestly, it was probably when we first pulled up and there were people lined up all the way down the street and around the building.
Yesterday, that line was 3 blocks long.
It was the most awesome thing that I have seen, and I know how much it had to mean to Brandon and Nicole.
Yeah.
It had to.
Yeah, yeah.
Cry. It's like, I don't know, I feel like a part of it, because we've been here for so long, and I was like, we made it, you know?
Yeah.
Look at this. I got goosebumps. I give myself goosebumps.
So many people that I've interviewed have been saying family.
Yeah.
It's family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We really feel blessed to be here.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's good to know you.
Yeah. Everybody knows Calypso.
Yeah.
All right, love. Well, we will see you next year.
I hope so.
All right, so Ashley and Rico with Cosplay for a Cause Foundation. I know Ashley has been to Scarefest at least 1 year before.
Mm-hmm.
Was it just last year?
2019?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is your second year?
Yeah.
Rika, is this your first year?
This is my second year, but
Second year.
last time I went, I was 16 years old. So
Okay, awesome. So what we're wondering is, what was the highlight for this year? What was that thing that just made you go, Scarefest?
I think it was the energy of everybody getting back into it and getting to see everything that they've been missing since COVID started.
Yeah.
And you know, the energy here is so different than any other convention. The kids are different, the people are different. It's so much fun.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming out to Scarefest. This booth was amazing. You guys' cosplays have always been just mind-blowing. And we're gonna see you guys next year, right?
Of course.
So Joe with Blackgate Studios, you got the booth here this year with Scarefest.
Yep.
You had a booth last year as well. So is this your second year now?
As a booth, yes.
As a booth. What was this year's big highlight for you?
This year's big highlight? Oh, that's a hard one.
It was Jaws, right?
Yeah, obviously Jaws, yeah.
That thing is banging, man.
Oh man, that's a really hard one. I've had a lot of really cool people in costume come through to stand inside.
Yeah.
The costumes have been great this year. They're very creative, very creative.
Yeah.
And I've had a few celebrities come through to step inside as well.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Kane Hodder, he was really cool about everything.
That's something I wouldn't think about, is the celebrities walking around seeing stuff and they catch something cool like this.
Yeah.
And even the celebrities like, dude, I got to get that picture.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's been super cool.
That's awesome.
Cool.
We're going to see you next year, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try to be here next year.
Yeah.
We'll find out at the end of this show and see if everybody was happy with everything.
Right. I was happy with it, definitely.
Perfect.
Thanks for coming
Thank
out,
you,
Joe.
man.
Appreciate it. All right, Drop Dead Bazaar. You guys have had a booth here at Scarefest for a long time now. How many years?
About 7 years.
About 7 years. And this year, it was different because we missed last year with COVID.
Oh yeah.
And now we're back. What was the highlight this year for you? Like the thing that you were just like, oh, we're back and I'm loving this. The big highlight.
The costumes.
The costumes.
Lots of costumes. We're clowns ourselves, so
yeah. I'll tell you
all
what,
the costumes are just amazing.
I tell you what, I think the costumes stepped it up this year.
Oh yeah, there's been some amazing ones this year.
Yeah, we did the kids costume contest and there was almost 50 entries.
Wow.
And everybody was saying these costumes of
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was great seeing you this year.
Too.
We love seeing you and we'll see you again next year.
Definitely,
Awesome.
definitely.
So I've bumped into a couple of the folks from Wicked World on this last couple of hours of Scarefest. You guys have been coming to Scarefest forever.
Yeah. Yes.
What was this year's big highlight for you guys, or that thing that just said we're back?
Oh gosh, everything. I mean,
It's a hard question.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
For me, it was Bruce Campbell coming back again this year. The new buildings, everybody wanted to kind of get an idea of what that was looking like.
Well, if you guys haven't been out to Wicked World, I have. It's amazing. You got to get out there. One of the best haunts that I know of. And I'll probably see you guys there next weekend, man. I'm ready.
We'll be ready to go.
Come see us.
Yeah. So I've run into Jill with Licks, which is one of the vendors here with Scarefest. And you've been with Scarefest a long time. How many years have you guys had a booth here?
Almost every year.
Almost every year.
Almost every year.
This is our 13th year. What was the highlight this year for you? The thing that just really caught you, maybe the thing that said, dude, Scarefest is back.
Well, I thought it was awesome that everything is so open. I can see everything. I can see the performers from here. I can see the stage if I step over there. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I loved the whole Lex next door with all the events. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna see you next year, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what everybody I ask. I'm like, am I going to see you next year? They're like, why are you asking?
Yeah, why are you asking me that?
Why are you asking me that? It's a given. After
right.
your first year, you're addicted. Come on.
Yep.
Blueberry, another character from Wicked World.
Yes.
And you've been coming to Scarefest now for what, 3 years? This is probably your third year, right?
As Blueberry.
Blueberry,
yes.
yeah. This year you got to help judge the screen contest.
Yes.
That was really cool, man. We greatly appreciate you helping with that. What was
No problem at all.
what was the big highlight for you this year that kind of said, man, Scarefest, we're back, you know, that thing that just got you this year?
Man. Well, for starters, I would just like to say this new show floor.
Yeah.
The new it's amazing.
Yeah, the renovations have been almost a blessing in a sense.
And this is the first season that like people have recognized me. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
You know, like everything from the helping judge that and participate in the costume contest.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I remember that myself. Like my first year coming to Scarefest, they asked me to come as Calypso, and nobody knew who I was. And even the second year was kind of like, you know. But it was about that third year that I'd be walking around and I'd hear somebody back there go, Calypso! And you had to turn around, you know. So you're probably getting that now as Blueberry, right?
It's
walking down the hallway, all of a sudden you're hearing Blueberry!
Yeah.
And usually it's Calypso yelling at you, Blueberry! Well, Blueberry, you're definitely one of my favorite clowns. Thank you so much for coming out to Scarefest. We're going to see you next year, right?
Oh, yes.
Awesome. All right, so we got James with the Dragon Horde. And I actually just heard you talking to a customer. You've been here, this is your 6th year?
6 years.
6 years, man, 6 years. And you're always selling like these amazing weapons and stuff. And,
we try.
You know, sharp and shiny things, you know.
Someone's got to bring the steel.
Yeah, right? So we missed last year due to COVID. We're back this year, Scarefest Resurrection. What was it this year that was like the big highlight for you, the thing that just got you hard, or that thing that told you, you know, we're back?
I mean,
what was it?
Well, with Scarefest, it's always a great sense of community. There's the people bring the best cosplays and the outfits out, and they make it family affairs. We've seen so many different things: Ghostbusters, dad and kids. We've seen Scooby-Doo gangs, etc. And it's just everybody. This is of all the cons where a lot of places are just we're here for business. This is about we're here for the fun, and that's one of the things that really gets it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I've interviewed probably 10, 15 people now, and the word that keeps repeating is family, because even you said family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's family.
Absolutely.
You know, I tell everybody it's hugs on Friday and tears on Sunday. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah. Well, James, it's always a pleasure seeing you every year. And I guess I don't have to ask that. We're going to see you next year, man.
Oh yeah.
So Chris, you've been coming to Scarefest for a couple years. You kind of do your own original characters here. People are always asking for pictures and stuff. We missed Scarefest last year. What was your big highlight for this year, man?
That it's back.
That it's back? That's all that matters. That's all that matters, that Scarefest is back.
It's an amazing outlet filled with very supportive people and a high amount of talent. There are people that make movies, people that craft their own goods. There are taxidermists. There are so many artistic art forms.
The list just goes on, don't it?
Oh, yes, it does, because you never know what you're going to see every year.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't have to ask. You're going to be back next year, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. Let me leave you alone, because look, these people are already waiting for pictures. Go have fun, man. Thanks. Did I leave you hanging? Curtis, I had to freaking extend my arm here to get you in the picture, dude. How tall are you?
Maybe just shy of 7 foot.
Holy cow, man. And this is like an original character.
Of course, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you've been coming to Scarefest for a long time now?
Yes, sir. 7 years.
7 years, man. 7 years. And we missed last year due to COVID. We're back this year. What's like the big highlight for you this year? That thing that just caught you that said, man, Scarefest?
Well, it's always art at Scarefest. It's always the creativity, and it's always the crowd. There's, you know, you see the same people every year, and just great to be back and great to see everyone. I miss it.
Yeah. And I guess I don't have to ask, but you're going to be back next year?
Oh, of course. Every year.
Awesome. I always look forward to seeing you guys as original characters. Chris and Curtis, they hang around each other. They're constantly doing different costumes each day. Just amazing. I mean, you're talking about like the artwork and stuff. That's you guys.
Oh, thank you, man.
That's you guys,
thank
you know?
The whole thing's an art, man. What we do is art.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got Chad with Scarefest, and there ain't no stopping and talking. It's walking and talking.
It's running today.
It's running and talking. You've been with Scarefest for a long time. About how many years?
I've been working for 4 years, for conventions, and I've never actually missed a day of the convention.
This is, we're back to Resurrection. We missed last year because of COVID. What was the big highlight for you this year, man? That thing that said we're back.
The crowd.
The crowds.
The amazing turnout is what really put me up this year.
Yeah, me too, man. That line yesterday, I've heard so many people talking about that, and nobody complained. We got it going. We spit it out. We got them in here. We were out there entertaining them.
Everybody was happy, and Kids Day today has been a huge success.
Oh, yeah.
Next year, make sure you bring your kids.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, man. We'll see you next year.
Have a good one, bye.
So we're here with Wes with Scarefest. And Wes, I mean, I can't even ask you what your job is. It's everything, right? You're on the radio, you're putting out fires, you're organizing stuff, you're bossing people around. You've been a blur this whole weekend. So we missed last year because of COVID. We're back this year, Scarefest Resurrection. What was the big highlight for you this year that just, got your heart or said, man, we're back?
Okay, there is no doubt on this.
All right.
I judge how good we did by the complaints that I get.
Right.
I had 0 fan complaints.
Bam!
Absolutely none. And somebody said, well, they haven't found you yet. No, they find me. They know my face. They find me first.
Yeah.
And the fans have had a good time. The stars have all giving us glowing reviews. I'm getting actually a little smug about it.
Well, with how much work everybody puts into it, you're welcome to be a little smug. It was great seeing you again, and I look forward to seeing you next year, man.
We are going to hit the ground running. I think everybody will be more than impressed with what we're going to bring to the table next year.
The plans are already in the works.
Absolutely.
Jimothy with Scarefest, you've been an actor and all kinds of freaking things, and you're just all over the place. How long have you been playing with Scarefest and coming to Scarefest?
I've started going to Scarefest in 2012.
The first time I ever met Jimothy, my first year at Scarefest, nobody knows who Calypso is. I'm walking around and there's this Jurassic Park Jeep. Billy Crank's sitting there driving it, and Jimothy hanging out the side going, "Oh, right then." Yeah, he's sitting there going, "Chitty, chitty, bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
We love you, and our Chitty, chitty, bang, bang loves us too. Here for...
Yeah, I walked past, seen you guys doing that, and I was like, I am home. I am home. We missed last year because of COVID.
Yeah.
We're back this year with Resurrection and everything. What's like the big highlight for you this year that like told you, man, we're back, or that magical moment this year that you had?
The magical moment was to actually see we still got a good crowd. We got a good crowd. They're trying to get back to, normal life.
Jimothy, I love you, man.
I love you too, buddy.
See you next year at Scarefest.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Because there's new stuff coming.
There's always new stuff coming.
You got that right.
Thanks, man. Jeff, Wicked Beard. Dude, you've been with Scarefest forever, man. How many years?
13.
13.
Yeah.
And
well, except for last year with COVID.
And that's the thing, man. We missed last year. This year was Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
What was the one thing this year that, like, just caught you, grabbed your heart, that said, man, Scarefest is back?
Just seeing all the friends, all the old faces that I used to hang around with, all the celebrities that I've known over the years, and they're all family. Everybody here's family. Your family. Everybody's family. This is my home away from home.
How many times have we heard the word family already? I've interviewed like 20 people.
Probably millions.
Almost every single person, family.
That's what sets this con apart from all the others.
God
Other
bless.
cons are businesses. They're things to do. This is home for some people.
Yep.
I feel like when I come here, even though it's a new building, I feel like I'm coming home again.
Yeah.
Then I got to leave this home, go to my other home, which I love being home, but I love it here. And hopefully I'll come back year after year after year, at least until I can't walk anymore or I'm stuck in a wheelchair. But even then, I'll still wear a costume. You can bet your fucking life on that.
Yeah. I tell you, like, that's what I've been telling people, man. It's like hugs on Friday and tears on Sunday. You know
I know.
what I mean?
I'm trying real hard not to.
3-day summer camp for some of us. And then, like you, man, I'm not going to see you again until next year.
Yeah.
Might chat on the Facebook, but, you know, to actually have your arm around me, loving on me like he does.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It sucks that we have to wait a year to do this.
Yeah,
but,
But it's been a good year this year, man. It's
holding
been
back the emotions.
Yeah,
but,
Well, we'll see you next year, man.
All right, brother.
Nicole, one of the owners of Scarefest. We're at the end of the season here.
We are.
We missed last year because of COVID. This year was Resurrection.
It was a great year. I lost my voice.
She's lost her
which
voice.
I have a shirt for. Tell people.
What was
And
the
I'm
highlight
getting
this year?
Highlight.
What was the best thing?
Hearing the fans and the celebrities' feedback.
Yeah.
Because everything has been so positive. Everyone's really grateful. They're grateful to be back.
Yeah.
They're grateful to be here and they've had a great time.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to show my gratitude
Oh, yeah.
to
Look at
some
that.
of my staff
Look at that.
that have been here. Some of our staff have been here all 13 years.
Yeah.
And they're getting ready to get a prize that they don't know about. So
That's awesome. You guys are amazing. We love Scarefest. We thank you for putting it on, and we'll see you next year.
Here. Thank you for entertaining.
I try.
The crowds with that line. On opening morning was insane.
Insane.
And you and I worked that crowd for like hours to get everybody in. It was nuts.
It was crazy.
So, but that's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
so thank you for your help.
Poor Nicole losing the voice, man. Brandon, we're hitting that last hour or so of Scarefest. It's been an amazing weekend. We missed last year because of COVID, so this year was Resurrection. What was your big highlight this year, that thing that caught you that said, we're back?
I think it was when I walked out Saturday morning and there were people wrapped a mile down the road, down to Triangle Park, and everyone was excited. We got everybody in quick, and to see the looks on their faces when they walked in the door, that's when I knew it was back.
Yeah, that was amazing to see that line. And I heard so many compliments about how fast you guys got them through. I mean, for that many people, even though it took a while, for that many people, that line it was always moving. It was always going in. You got an amazing staff. You got an amazing wife helping everything. I mean,
we could not do this without the staff. We have, obviously with everything going on, like we've been short-staffed, and a lot of people have picked up the weight and they've carried us through, and we could not do it without them.
Yeah.
Cannot do this without the staff.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. Well, from Calypso to you, man, thank you so much for everything you do at Scarefest.
And we can't do it without Calypso.
Yeah,
too.
right. I do what I can when I can, man, but it's just, I try to get that crowd entertained. That's what I try to stick to. And and I've been hearing everybody, and I haven't heard a single complaint this year, dude.
I haven't either.
And I was interviewing Wes, and he said 0 complaints. So we're killing it. We're killing it, man.
Yes.
We're killing it.
Good year.
Yep, good year, and we'll see you next year.
So after running around Scarefest that last couple hours, asking everybody what their highlight moment was, totally forgot to tell you guys mine. So the last hour or so before Scarefest is over, this family's leaving, and the little mermaid girl that had won the screaming contest, she was just bawling her eyes out. They're going out the door, she's just bawling. And I find out she's crying because she doesn't want to leave Scarefest. She's just having so much fun, and it got me right then and there. I heard that in all my heart, So I run over to her, and I happen to have a leftover from the previous year, which was one of my little air cannons that I give the kids occasionally or for prizes and stuff. I happen to have one, so I ran over to give her that to make her happy. And I said, here, sweetheart, don't cry, She wasn't having it. She looked right at me like, dude, that's bribery. You're trying to distract me. I'm not having it. I don't want to leave Scarefest. And the tears kept flowing. And I said, well, listen, sweetheart. I said, we're just like Christmas. I said, we're here every year. I said, we're going to be here for you next year. I said, all you got to do is come, and we're going to be here. And I explained that Christmas theory, like Thanksgiving. We're there every year, just like Christmas. And that stopped the tears. Like right then, they just dried up. And she said, oh, okay. And I said, yeah, you come next year. We have Kids Day all the time. And she cheered up. So her brother walked around the corner, so I gave the cannon to them and told them to share it. And I actually happen to have a couple of Calypso coloring books left over from the previous year as well. So they got a coloring book. Oh man, Kitty, don't bump the camera when I'm trying to record. I'm sorry about that, guys. But yeah, that was my highlight moment. That was Kids Day, and to see a child that has so much fun with Kids Day and with Scarefest that she did not want to leave. That was just magic. So I miss you guys already, and I can't wait to see you all next year.